Hey guys, it's Helen Vandenberg here of GetClientsFast.net, where we teach coaches, consultants and health practitioners and all sorts of wonderful people like you how to get more clients at a premium price just when they want them. So I'm all dolled up today. I've got been doing some photo shoots, so I thought I might as well grace you for a change, not in my dog walking gear, but in my rather smart blouse today. So welcome to everyone. Just wanted to say today we're going to be talking about how to own your value and charge what you're worth. So I'm going to keep it fairly short because I'm going to do a full training on this next week. But I just wanted to start off with, it's one of the key challenges that people come to me with is, you know, how can I possibly charge thousands of pounds or dollars for my services where I'm barely getting clients at the moment who are paying me 40 or 50 or 80 bucks an hour. And that's whether you're a massage therapist or sorry, we got interrupted there, but I'm back. So why, you know, how could I possibly charge that? So let's talk about why you might not be charging higher fees and owning what you're worth right now. So the first thing I think we do is we compare ourselves to other people. And what we tend to do is look at people who are at a similar level to us. Either they've also just started, or they will go on the web and look at what their pricing are. So, well, the average coach or consultant charges this amount per month, so, or per day or per session. I'm going to do the same. Now, the challenge with that is that one, you're not them, so you know none of you are replicating exactly the same service. But two, you don't know what they're actually offering for that. Maybe that is just online coaching. Maybe that is just a product. But also you don't know the quality of their service. So it's really hard to compare and to get a feeling for what is a benchmark price. And that's the challenge with a benchmark price is absolutely average. So if you want to soar with the eagles, don't hang around with turkeys. So if you are comparing yourself with other people who are also possibly not making that much money in their business, then that might not be the way to go to really elevate your worth. So we often compare ourselves with what other people might be charging out there. And my experience is that people who have high-end packages give awesome value, but they often don't put their prices on their website. So we actually don't know what lots of the people in our market are charging. So that's the first thing, is don't just go out there and compare, because then they're not you, they're not your service. The other reason I find people tend to undercharge is that they don't actually believe in themselves. They don't believe that the results they can make a difference. Now, the truth is, not everyone can be a superstar consultant, coach or practitioner. Not everyone is that. But if you make transformational changes in your clients' lives, then the chances are that there is a premium end for that market that you're not tapping into. So how do we get convinced that our work is worth something? So I've got a short exercise for you that I'd like you to maybe play with today. What I'd like you to do is define what are all the problems that your potential clients are experiencing right now. So for example, clients who come to work with me have often either they're just starting out and they don't know kind of how to get traction and how to break into a new niche or how to break into a market, or most of my clients have been doing their work for quite some time. And, you know, they've had some good years, they've had some more not so great years. They've never really cracked that consistent income, that consistent client attraction. So the problems that they're facing are feelings of failure, that they may feel that, God, I've been doing this for years and I'm not even earning what I used to in my previous job. They might have got a bit of stale and jaded with their marketing. They're probably not doing consistent marketing. If they're not attracting clients, there's probably something in their marketing channels that is not quite working. So they may be spending money on random things. They'll do the flavor of the month. Oh, let's try Facebook Live. Let's try Facebook ads. Let's try sponsored tweets. Or I'll go and do a networking event. It tends to be quite random. So they could be spending money on things that aren't working, or certainly not doing them consistently enough to get a return on investment. Other problems they'll be facing are feast and famine cash flows. So you might get a chunk of money at one time and then suddenly not have clients for many, many weeks. We also find that people who don't really value their work start discounting. So you might manage to actually get a higher price from someone, but then you start discounting or giving them extra things that are costing you time and money. So you add in 5 VIP days instead of just the one, and you don't value it or cost it out appropriately. So those are all things that we quite often face when people come to me and those are the sort of problems they're struggling with. And then, of course, those have knock-on problems. So if you have a business and you're not making enough money for yourself, that's knocking your confidence. It's like, what are all the knock-on effects of that? So that tends to be that usually damage to self-esteem. It can be financial challenges in the family or in the home or in your relationship. It can cause friction within relationships. And then kind of what are the long-term, if they don't fix this problem, what is the long-term impact? And that could be, a feeling that you've given up your dream, you have to go back and get another job. Could be financial debt if your business is not covering your costs. So do you get the idea that what we're looking at is what are the problems that your potential clients are experiencing now? So let's say that you work with women who want to achieve a great weight loss, and maybe they've hit a certain age and they're unable to achieve their desired physique. So the problems they're facing are having to buy more clothes because they're constantly can't quite get into the clothes they like. Again, low confidence or self-esteem, being frustrated with themselves. So they might be having lots of negative mind talk around their physique or their inability to change. What other things would be involved in possibly in if they were weight loss problems? Again, it might affect their relationships. They might not feel like getting intimate with their partner. They might not be open to new relationships. So write down what are all the problems that your current clients are experiencing, and then extend that. What if they don't fix this? What happens in 5 or 10 years? So maybe they become, if they don't manage their eating and their body issues, that becomes a role model that they don't want to be for their kids. So what are the 5-year, 10-year implications? So I want you to really experience what is the real cost of your ideal clients not fixing this challenge. And then I want you to start thinking about what happens when they do. So today, let's just focus on the pain. So let's focus on what is it costing your clients to not get this problem fixed. So if you would want to put it in the message below, even if it's after this live event and it's on the replay, put it down below. Describe who is it you work with and what are the problems that they are facing, and what happens in 5 to 10 years. And what I found is that should be what you're looking at before you go into any kind of sales environment. You should be so clear that the problem you solve has a big impact on their life. Now, let's be clear. If you are not solving a big life or business problem, you are possibly not in the market for premium prices unless you have a great brand or other kind of status. People will pay premium prices for a problem that they are acutely aware of, something that is affecting their day-to-day life, and it's usually their health, their wealth, or their confidence and relationships. Sorry, health, wealth, and relationships, and those sort of come around with a confidence wrapped around them. So, for example, if you are a confidence coach, even though that is a very broad topic, I would say focus on one area where it's really affecting them. So maybe confidence at work. How is that impacting them? Confidence in their relationships. How is that impacting them? So what are all of the problems that your potential clients are facing, and what is the impact if they do not fix it in the next 5 to 10 years? Jot those things down and then join me over here again and for the part 2 of this training later in the week. Take care, guys. See you later. Bye for now. It's Helen Vandenberg from GetClientsFast.net.